It's been a couple of days. Been since Wednesday, huh? Well, today being Sunday for me, let me just tell you. Thursday is a short driving day, so no way would I get 30 minutes out of it. Friday and Saturday I was off, so I did a lot of running around. Never a straight shot 30 minutes, though. Well, since I was off, too, a lot of sitting at home as well. Anyway, welcome back to your 30-minute musings. This and an NFL football Sunday. Yeah. Other news for the sports world, well, the New York Mets advanced to the World Series. They advanced in a sweep of the Chicago Cubs. And they will play the Kansas City Royals, who were there last year and went 7 games, ended up losing, though. Boy, the Mets have just been a great story. I don't know if you want to talk sports. Fuck it, I may as well. Got 3 things on my mind, and 2 just jumped. Sports and, well, something kind of related to something that happened in sports. But the Mets, what a great story they were. No one even figured they'd be anywhere near the playoffs this year. And here they are headed to the World Series. Unbelievable. It's, call it the Cinderella story, if you will. I mean, they've had good, talented teams, for the past, well, not for the past couple of years. They should have been knocking on that playoff door and a championship and all that stuff, winning divisions for quite a while. But now you got veterans on the team like David Wright, who's been there since day one. Captain of the team, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why he wouldn't be. He's like the face of the franchise. He's been there, like I said, since day one. And you picture, boy, like, this is dating myself, 10 years ago or so, the Mets were just, I figured they would have been poised to easily get themselves into, deep into the playoffs. It just never happened. Then some pieces fell apart, some other pieces got old, this, that, the other. Couldn't buy their way to the playoffs. Only way they could get to the playoffs, would be if they bought a ticket. That's about it. But now all of a sudden, sure, David Wright is still there, veteran as he is. But great young pitching. And their bats seem to come alive right when they need them to. At the trading deadline, they picked up Yoenis Cespedes. I forgot, was he in Oakland from that trade? Forgot where they picked him up from, to be honest. But he really helped them batting-wise from the time they got him in the trade. Sorry, I was sitting at a red light and I heard something rattling under my hood. At any rate, so the Mets, great story. Biggest surprise in all the sports this year, I would say. In other words, they're playing the Royals, who I just think are a more complete team. Pitching might not be as good, but it is pretty damn good, top to bottom. Batting, I would say, is better. And plus, like I said, they've been there. They made it to Game 7 last year. I think it was bottom of the 9th. Well, either way, you make it to the 9th inning either way. But they made it to the Game 7 last year and just missed out. I'm leaning towards them as the favorite, but the Mets, I'll be honest, great story this year. Great surprise. Sure, it's New York. Maybe that's part of it. Not for me, though. That's not it at all. But the thing that really got me thinking was, well, the Mets beat the Cubs. And the Cubs, of course, have not won a World Series since 1908. They haven't been to a World Series since 1945. That's a long fucking time to not even make it to that dance. And, of course, there's all kinds of things that float around. There's, the Cubs are cursed. There's the curse of the billy goat. There's the curse of What else did they have? Well, there was a black cat that ran on the field one time. I had all kinds of stupid shit that people actually believe. Steve Bartman back in 2003, excuse me. And now, this was the year that Marty McFly came into the future. 2015, remember Back to the Future 2? Oh, that was a big thing. That was a big thing. That was a big thing. Yeah, you know. Hell, and even in the movie, the Cubs won the World Series in 2015 against a Miami team that didn't exist at the time of the movie, but yeah, on the day, from the movie, the day that Marty McFly jumped into the future in 2050, what was it, October? I don't even remember. Let's just say it's the 21st. That day, the Cubs were eliminated from playoff contention. Somewhat fitting, and I'm just wondering what idiotic Chicago fans are going to say now. What's it going to be? You got Billy Goats, you got Black Cats, you got Steve Bartman, and now what, Robert Zemeckis? Is he part of the curse? Michael J. Fox, is he part of the curse? Superstitions are for small-minded people, frail. If you can't leave the house without turning on your lights on and off like 7 times a piece, and just stupid shit like that. Oh, you spilled the salt, now you gotta throw some over your right shoulder. What? Who the fuck said that? What kind of rule is that? Don't walk under a ladder. What, bad luck? Really? You're gonna have bad luck either way. I say do all the stupid shit you can. I mean, so long as you don't wind up, in a hearse, I think you turned out pretty well in the deal. I'll always say that as a joke. It's just like, if I'm gonna be heading out, check a game. No, sports bar, I'm saying. If I'm going to go, check a game with a couple of the guys, or if there's a band playing downtown, local stuff. If I'm going to check a band, go out, maybe have a couple drinks, meet up with some people, something. You're like, I don't know, man, this place gets pretty crazy. It's like, dude, so long, if I don't wind up in an ambulance or a hearse, I win. That's kind of my joke there. But superstitions, man, I don't get people like that. We're losing. Let's turn our hats inside out and wear them upside down. It's a rally cap, what they call it. And you believe in that shit. Boy, that's pathetic. You really think that you wearing an article of clothing inside out, backwards, upside down, really has any bearing on how the game is going to turn out? That's just mental masturbation. I'm not an advocate of that whatsoever. Just seems really dumb to me. I mean, literally, that's something a child might do. But there are grown people doing these things, rally caps, and, put the hat on backwards, twiddle your thumb. Oh, last time I did this. Yeah. And how often does that happen? Superstitions in sports, one of the stupidest things. Proving once again that fans are complete idiots, thinking that if they, just them, do this one specific thing, their team's gonna win. Really? I mean, you're not out there on the field, on the court, on the rink. You're not down there in the trenches with these guys. Or gals, for whatever the sport is. It's mostly men that are fucking idiots watching men's sports. I think that well, that's not even a disclaimer. I think that's just truth. I don't think anybody really, I don't think it ruins anybody's day if, their WNBA team of choice loses tonight, Oh, well. So the World Series starts up Tuesday night. And that's, well, I want to watch. I want to give it a look. It was an interesting year for baseball, and plus, the Mets came out of nowhere. Now, it doesn't matter to me that it's the Mets. It really doesn't. It could have been anybody else. Could have been Arizona. Could have been Colorado. Could have been Seattle. Some team you have no idea is going to do this, and boom, here they go. Make it to the World Series. That's the part of it. That's what I enjoy. I mean, this time of year, the big upset's college football. I enjoy that shit too. But among everything else, upsets, more or less. That's the thing of it. Well, if that's the sports stuff that's going on. Yeah, the Mets make it, the Royals make it. Cub fans, I'm wondering for their next big excuse. I'm heading into work for a football game. Of course, NFL Sunday, I did say. But what else? Well, I have been live streaming across that website Twitch I was referencing. I've been live streaming video games. It sounds nerdy, sure. I mean, sure it is. Don't get me wrong. But it is a form of broadcasting. Each person brings their own kind of things to the table as far as what they're doing, what they're bringing along. The games you play, the style in which you do so, any stupid little catchphrases, shit like that. It's just funny to think, wow, if this thing actually catches, wouldn't that be fun? Of course, with all the colorful language I use, a lot of shit, fuck, cocksucker, goddammit, Jesus Christ, a lot of that stuff, not gonna lie, but oh well. It's language. It's entertainment. If the video game, how about this? If in these video games you can shoot people, you can stab them, straight up kill them, steal things, shit like that. All these, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. The video game's meant for entertainment. Well, so is my broadcast. If you don't like it, no big deal, that's fine. You have other avenues to drive on. It was interesting, though. There's I may have mentioned this. A friend of mine works at the radio station with me. Excuse me. Haven't noticed any out-of-state plates, though, I will say that. But he plays one of the games that I'm currently recording and broadcasting. Well, he broadcasts them as well. A game called Destiny. So, it's kind of cool how he would give me a shout-out across Facebook, across Twitter. You're like, hey, my buddy here's about to start playing this game, check him out. And you get a couple of his friends that chime in, check in, or maybe they, subscribe to your channel, etc. Or, well, not subscribe. They like your channel. They follow your channel. So maybe they'll come in and be, oh, yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah, I heard, I'm friends with this guy. He told me to check you out. Cool, Maybe along the way we all link up and do some little, some event that the game has. A raid or a strike. Some shit like that. Okay, cool, yeah, no problem. Thanks for checking in, cool. And just yesterday, actually, a kid that I went to high school with chimed in. I haven't physically talked to this kid in well over 10 years. We'll chat, maybe a little back and forth here online, like on Facebook or whatever. But, no, he was checking in yesterday, found me on Twitch as I was broadcasting. And, he's still living in the Twin Cities, which is where I knew him to be last, so that's cool. He's apparently... I knew him to be a damn good guitar player. And I don't know if he's in a band right now, if he's out, making those runs, or... he said he was also teaching music as well. So, yeah, that's... If it's one consistency with him, it's been playing the guitar. But apparently he's a big-time gamer himself. Maybe not, streaming and broadcasting live, but he digs it pretty heavy. What is this? Maryland plate. There we go. So it was cool to kind of, check with him. Actually, he checked with me. I didn't know that he was around. He just said, hey, this sumbitch is broadcasting. Let's go in and say hey. So that was kind of cool to... And sure, Facebook, yeah, well, that's... When all that social media shit came about, MySpace, and then you get Facebook and Twitter and all that shit, yeah, you get to reconnect with people maybe you haven't seen in who knows how long. I mean, I was of the age where like, oh yeah, I haven't seen this dude in like 3 years. Cool, now I can, online, yay. Well, Twitch is another, and it's interactive because it's more or less as you're playing the game, there's a little window of what looks like a chat room essentially on the side. And as people type things in, and they're either helping you like, hey, no, look for the key behind this door, the key for the red door is, behind the blue door in the desk, that kind of shit. So it's interactive with the game. You can, whatever, talk about anything you want to, actually. But it's basically people in a chat room watching you play video games. It sounds crazy, I know, but for me, I play enough games the way it is. God forbid if I can, build up what do they call that? Build up a brand, get somewhat of an audience checked in. Dead raccoon on the side of the road. That's terrible. But I've been playing that game Destiny quite a bit. I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5. And I've been playing The Walking Dead Season 1. Well, those are the ones I've been recording, broadcasting. Well, yeah, that's all I've been playing for about close to 2 weeks now. I've stopped with other things, but doesn't mean I'm done with them. Not by a long shot as I yawn yet again. Whew. And it's one thing I will say about that. Now, you picture a video game controller. Got a lot of buttons on there, right? Well, it's not all universal. Now, as where you're playing one game, the controls are different from the other game. So you're so used to that one specific button doing that specific action, you change games, shit, that's not what it does anymore. Like reloading your gun from Metal Gear Solid versus Destiny. Now, these are both games that involve shooting. So, when you're in the heat of battle or whatever the case is, you want to reload your weapon. Sometimes you hit the wrong button. It's like, oh, God damn it, no, I don't mean to do this. I didn't mean to jump. I didn't mean to crawl. I didn't, whatever the case might be. I didn't mean to switch my weapons. I meant to reload that one I was holding. And it kind of creates a little, damn it. It can be funny to watch, I'm sure. And other gamers know exactly what I'm talking about, so. Well, I don't know. Let's get it into some other form, some other context. Let's just say you got two vehicles and they're both a manual, a stick shift. One is kind of a bigger truck, the other maybe a little sports car. Well, that sports car probably goes up, 5 gears, I would think. That big old truck, 3? So, that's a little different thing altogether. Maybe you're thinking, God damn it, that's just we don't have anything past that third gear. Fuck. Maybe you're in that sports car and you're like, why haven't I shifted into fourth gear yet? What the fuck is wrong with me? There we go. Smoothing it out a little bit. Sounds better. Not the best analogy, perhaps, but decent enough. You get it. Or hell, just a car in general. Whether it could be a stick and automatic, whether I'm yawning too much. But you could just be, depending on where your gear shifter is. Let's say it's an automatic like my car is. Now, maybe you have like that shifter that's up there by the steering wheel. Maybe you have that shifter that's kind of down like on the floor, if you know what I mean. You'll go to reach, damn it, it's not there, Just something like that. Now, thankfully, it's, you're driving, and the gas is the gas, the brake is the brake, the clutch is the clutch. That doesn't change. But you're simple, then, God damn it, my window, my power window thing is over here, not over here now. Son of a bitch. Just to, call it a mild irritant. But when it happens, in a video game sense, God forbid people are watching, and a New Mexico plate. I haven't seen that one. It's like a nice, call it a turquoise plate with kind of pale yellow letters. Something is rattling. And I had just taken my car to get an oil change the other day. When did I go for that? It was on Friday. Tires Plus, what'd you do? Have to pop the hood and check on that thing. Get into work and have me some fucking coffee. We're getting close to 8 o'clock. We go live at 9. Full day of football. We're not 9 to 5ers, we're 9 to 6ers. God damn it. We grind them out. That extra hour on Sunday, well, fuck, I've had the past 2 days off. Just sitting, chilling at home, good, relaxing. I didn't do a workout Friday. I had so many things were going weird with me. Gotta go get my oil change. I was getting a little things done, shopping and shit like that. Then, the fuse blew out in my apartment, but, the breaker box is not in my place. So I had to wait for, as my neighbor has the breaker to that, I guess, maybe not the whole building, but with everything on that end. So I had to wait for him to get home, throw the breaker, and it's really weird. One wall, I had one outlet that was still okay yet, where my air conditioner and my refrigerator are. Those were fine. Everything else, even the bathroom, was blown out. It's like, what the hell? So then there was all that. Then, I had to get myself set up. Then I was checking, I was going to start broadcasting some shit. And eventually I just got too lazy, didn't work out. So Friday was my off day. I worked out yesterday, had a good MMA workout. I call it shadow boxing, if you will, but got the heart rate up, that's for damn sure. I was pumping a good 120. That was even after the workout, after the cool down. I was still in the 120 range. Tonight, I'm thinking I should get some yoga done, or maybe some isometrics, one of the two. It's good stuff. I like it, and it whooped my ass last week. Oh. I do like the stretch of yoga. And I keep saying, maybe I should do that 45-minute, that hour and a half long yoga. Who knows? It can take a long time. It depends on what I want to do as well. Sometimes just, the power stances, the isometric part of it, that's the good shit. And then sometimes I just want to get that good stretch, maybe in the spine and the legs, in the sides, the obliques and all that shit. Just, stay in a good stretched position. So I'll do something like that tonight. Whether it's isometrics or yoga, I should do that. Then I'll get back to some recording. Yeah. Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida. Had some rain come through this night. Well, this past night, whatever. This past night, last night, same thing. But, it's funny, I heard a little bit of the rain, and I'm making my turn down West Island Drive in the North Perry Airport. Making that turn already. What do I got for, I got 5 minutes yet, just under 6 minutes. Fantastic. Quick cruise towards work today. Real quick. But what was I saying? Workout, something, leg stretch, spine stretch. Yeah, I don't know. Well, before I start recording tonight, yeah, it should be a decent recording too. Well, and here's a quick inkling to that. Now, because these games have gotten far more elaborate as the years have gone on and the technology has jumped up, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Well, video game's kind of like a movie where you control the characters, right? You know what the main story kind of is or what it's supposed to be. I mean, they kind of tell you. Someone's trying to take over the world. You need to stop them. Well, okay. But then there's these, things called side quests. It's not the main quest of the game. It's not the main objective. Certain things you can do to help build up your character, whether you make them stronger, have their magic more powerful, get better guns, etc. I'd been doing, and this is with Metal Gear, I will say, with Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. With that, it's been a lot of side quests for me. Simple shit. Go and rescue this this prisoner. From this little, we'll call it a military camp or whatever the hell you want to call it. And to be fair, the game takes place in Afghanistan during the 1980s, to give you a generalization. So, yeah, your desert setting, more or less. But you're in Afghanistan. It's, 1980s. Deserts, all that shit. So you got people that are, like, captured by these, Russians and whoever else. So, a side quest. Go and rescue this one. Okay. Another side quest. Go and blow up this area's communications tower. Okay, no problem. The main quest of the game, well, that's just getting that started a little crazy for me. But I got to get back into it. There are a couple of things I need to get done. But I want to jump back to the main story because that's another thing too. Well, with side quests, build up your strength or your magic or get better weapons and all this stuff. Well, eventually, you can only do so many side quests. Eventually, the game kind of forces you to do the main task of the game, the main missions. Because then, okay, well, you got past, whatever, mission 5. You now unlocked other certain things you can do. So, okay, do more side quests. Now I can get this stuff I was looking for. Let's just say it was a gun. You wanted this really cool gun. It's like, but I wish I had a scope for it. I wish I had a silencer for it. Well, you got to progress through the main mission and unlock the ability to even purchase, if you will, getting that scope or that silencer. It's just the general progression. Because otherwise you could be horrendously overpowered just doing side quests. By the time you get back to the main plot of the game, you're so overpowered, they keep you in check and they keep things balanced. That's fine. Trust me, I can have several ways to entertain myself with it regardless. So I'm okay with that. That being said, I'm 2-minute warning right here. There we go. I might make it into my parking spot in time. That's how smooth of a drive this was. Good and quick, not too many red lights. Traffic was decent. Well, I don't think I'll make it exactly to my parking space. I'm close enough to the station now. No big deal. I'm on this side of the canal. Taking this back way to Riviera Boulevard. It's all good. It's all good. So I will be doing some recording, broadcasting tonight once again. Get home, little workout. I'm thinking yoga, a decent stretch. Blasted the arms on Thursday. Nothing on Friday, though I was up kind of running around. Some heart pounding, shadow boxing, if you will, yesterday. Got the cardio going. Yeah, maybe a decent little, well, it's either yoga or ISO. I already know that much. Less than a minute to go. And I think I will make it into my parking spot. That'll be fucking great. Big day of football lined up. Well, I always say big day of football. I really don't care. I have a job to do. That's what I'm looking to do. So that's what it's gonna be. Get that done, work out, and go live again and broadcast. Well, that's how it's going to be. And I close out my broadcasts with the video games the same way that I close these out. I got to keep things somewhat uniform, right? So I'll probably check with you tomorrow. I'm going to get this uploaded as soon as I can today. So, till we meet again, I'll catch your ass down the road.